In a world where people are convinced that the best way to handle calamity is to kneel down and close their eyes, three brave, handsome, virile pastors have decided to keep their eyes wide open. And with those wide open eyes, they are looking around. In churches, even at Applebee's, they are looking around with wide open eyes, and they don't like what they see.
We were sleep-deprived and a little manic on that last day of UNCO 2011 when we had 100 different thoughts and all coalesced into a single idea. What if you took the word prayer out of various practices of prayer, which are sometimes used as a surrogate for more direct action? Instead of prayers of confession, you go to that person that you've wronged and say, "I'm sorry." Instead of praying for intercession, you get off your butt and you intercede.
That idea became a book called Never Pray Again. We'll spare you the details of how precisely, but it involved a lot of bloodletting and late-night shame eating. It's going to be published next March by Chalice Press, which we're incredibly excited about, and you should absolutely pre-order a copy of that book right now. I'm stalling here so that you can click that link below my fingers. Did you click it? I know you're at least a little bit curious why three pastors would write a book entitled Never Pray Again.
For reasons we explain in our book, prayer is a menace that must be stopped. And we understand that every intelligent Christian adult is going to feel compelled to read our book. But then we thought, what about children, or adults who aren't very smart? And we put our heads together and we came up with an idea to indoctrinate the young and the vulnerable, a coloring book. So we gathered all of our artistic talents and quickly realized we don't have any artistic talents. And so we hired our friend, Will Meacham.
This coloring book is chock full of helpful illustrations that can help you tell the difference between situations where people are praying and situations where people are doing something useful. This could help eliminate confusion and even give you helpful suggestions for healthy living. Like don't drive with your eyes closed.
It's a great tool for teaching children appropriate behavior, in case they meet someone in need of help, or are confronted by a vampire in a darkened alleyway. In situations like these, the temptation to pray can be very strong, but once you've worked your way through the Never Pray Again coloring book, you'll almost certainly be able to come up with a better solution than folding your hands and mumbling sentences that overuse the words, "Jesus, we just."
Quite frankly, you're not likely to find anything even half as awesome as the Never Pray Again coloring book, in the next 5 minutes at least. Unless you look really, really hard, or obviously if you have the internet. Wait. You have the internet because you're watching this video right now. Hey, look over there! Kids being chased by bears! But besides the undeniably fantastic illustrations by our friend Will Meacham, this coloring book is also going to have activity pages. Activity pages? And it's going to have word searches and all sorts of awesome stuff. In fact, the only problem with this coloring book is that it only exists inside of a computer. And so we would like to put a hard copy of this coloring book right into your hot, crayon-filled hands.
To do that, we need some of your money to become our money. So we're asking you to help us kickstart the crap out of this thing. By pledging to this Kickstarter, you will help us spread this potentially life-saving message about never praying again. You'll get an awesome coloring book along with some other rewards we've cooked up to make this relationship we're about to enter into really spicy.
We have stickers for you.
Even custom portraits of you or a loved one doing anything but praying.
We need $2,000 to get these things printed and distributed, but we have no intention of stopping there. We have stretch goals planned that will blow your mind. For example, we have the script written for an original comic book detailing the adventures of Reverend Willard Wasp, pastor of Bethlehem Hills Community Church, who becomes, "I'll pray for you man," the least helpful superhero ever. If you help us raise $7,000, this comic becomes a reality, and you most likely get a hernia from laughing so hard.
But that's not all. On our website, Two Friars and a Fool, we often joke with each other about who in fact is the fool and who are the friars. But if you become a backer of this Kickstarter, you're going to get to decide for us. You see, all the backers on this Kickstarter are going to be able to vote in a poll deciding which of the three of us is the fool. And the higher the pledge amount goes for this Kickstarter, the more embarrassing and humiliating things that person will have to do on camera to be recorded for posterity. Our self-respect is in your hands.
Interested in something a bit more serious? We are planning an online study to accompany the real Never Pray Again book from Chalice Press. If you back this Kickstarter and we raise enough to reach that stretch goal, we'll invite you to take part of an exclusive first run of the study, where you'll get to chat with us live, in which we promise to include a great deal of ideas and information that didn't make it into the book.
There's a lot more swag, too. Coasters, t-shirts, even the full version of our Two Friars and a Fool theme song, released to the world for the first time. But none of this stuff can happen if you guys don't shower us with those sweet, sweet dollars. We promise to use every dollar to help try to stop the menace of prayer with the power of coloring.
So please, go to one of the options below, and when it asks you how much money you want to give us, include as many zeros as possible.
But they can't win this battle alone. It's up to you to help. And the best way to help them in this important battle is to buy their book. The second best way to help is to pledge to this Kickstarter right here. Seriously, go pledge. What are you waiting for?